So, what do you think the difference is between your friendships and your romantic relationships? Like, how can you have all of these amazing, supporting, loving friends that can see you at your worst and still be there for you when you reach your best? But in relationships, it's the complete opposite. You can't find anybody that's supportive or is always being used or manipulated in some sort of way, gaslit. The toxicity just comes out of people. They always end up leaving you, and you always just feel less than, or like you can't be fully open and vulnerable in your most authentic self. It comes down to trust. You trust that your friends are always going to be there because you don't put pressure on the situation mentally. Relationships, you have all of these stories from past partners and from your parents when you were growing up showing you what a relationship should look like. You have different beliefs around relationships, like that fear of abandonment and insecurity start coming up compared to when you're with your friends. You don't care what they're doing, who they're with. Yes, you might care about like their well-being, you want them to be happy and whatnot, but you're not clung on to what their life needs to look like you are in a relationship. Like you're not as involved in that friendship as you would be in a romantic relationship of your own. So you just trust that your friends are always going to be there for you. But with your partner, you don't trust that because of those insecurities, because of those beliefs of not feeling good enough, because of those fears of abandonment. But if you start looking at your romantic relationships with the trust that you have in your friendships, that's when things can begin to change. Because in friendships, you don't compare yourself and have insecurities coming up. You aren't sitting there wondering if your friends are thinking if you're good enough or if they're ever going to leave you. You're just enjoying the moment with them. So apply the same mentality to your romantic interests. Enjoy the moment wherever it leads. Let go of the attachment that you have for another person because you're not attached to your friends. It all comes down to mindset. Hypnosis can also be a powerful tool to help reframe those belief systems. So then your relationships can be just as easygoing as your friendships are. I'll see you in the next one. You got this.